All right, you're good.
Again, welcome everybody. It's great to see so many of you that we see on a regular basis. And, we want to invite you that this presentation happens every Thursday night. I really want to thank Carol Turnbow and Josh Duhan. They've kind of had this in place for quite some time. In opening up to the whole organization, I think we've really come together. I want to congratulate all my national marketing directors and all the people who come to share their stories, because we only do well if we all do well together. And that's the beauty of this, is you really can't create much unless you create with and for others. And I think that's so powerful. We only make money if other people make money. And it's not often in life that you get that. I guess you would say that mixture of being able to do well and have other people do well with you, and that empower everyone even more. So for those of you who may be joining us for the very first time, my name's Cheryl Cortese. I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus Company and have been with them now 33 years. And looking forward to the next 33. It only gets more and more exciting. I think if we look at our situation in the world today, I feel like in a sense we were all preparing for this for many years, because we do bring foundationally to people exactly what's needed right now. The foundation of a really good, strong immune system. And I think the world is awake to the fact that we all want to take the best care of ourselves possible and our families. And of course, the additional security of financial support that this gives, because we have something that everyone needs, wants, and can afford. So it's a good place to be. So tonight, there are a couple of directions that I had wanted to go. So I think I'm going to choose to go to the marketing model. We had mentioned this the last time. There are two things that I think really we want to pay attention to right now, maybe more than two, but two in particular, is that we want to really get good at really being acquainted with our compensation plan and how it works. And this is something that we can go over, relatively frequently, because it took me a really long time. I think that when I first saw the compensation plan, I thought, they're asking me to read a foreign newspaper and I don't understand a word in it, because it was so unlike traditional salaried jobs, which is what we were all trained for. So we have more or less re-updated it since some of our last changes. We have some great changes the company keeps, I think you would maybe say, enhancing what they're doing for us from a bonus standpoint, readjusting so that it really does fit the partner, the Juice Plus partner that is partnered with company to do really well. And then ongoing, we really want to talk about qualification, qualifying your business. I'll mention that tonight as well, and how important that is. Today, we also have additional bonuses that go along with qualifying early on, and we'll talk a little bit about those. I'm going to go to screen share now, and if I can maneuver that, we're going to look at the Juice Plus compensation plan, and let's see if I can get this to do this. Aha, here we are.
Yeah.
And everybody see that? Are they seeing the same thing I'm seeing? 2020 compensation plan. So it has been updated. We will record this, and so you will have it for use again, and to be able to use with people as you share this with them. So if you go to our website, which is basically Juice Plus Compensation Plan 2020, but we can get that exact address out to you. This is what will show up as your first page. There'll be a page before which will ask for your name and your email, and that's just to enter this. It is designed for this team. And really, it's hopefully to create a simplified overview of the compensation plan. All the details, of course, are in your virtual office, but I think it helps to have just an overview. So this first page, of course, is the products. They're the foundational products we have a very focused product line. That core four right there, right in the middle, the Omegas, the fruit, vegetable, berry, I mean, that is foundational to health. And that is basically, uh, our business right there. The Juice Plus Complete, of course, over to the left, is something that's been wonderful for all of us for so many years and for so many reasons. And I won't go into all of that tonight, but there's a lot of good product information as to why this is so good for the body. And what I love about this particular event is that, it's a validation of that with the stories over and over and over and over. Of course, our Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry comes in gummy form for children. We heard it mentioned tonight, the healthy starts. And so, again, this is not only great for kids, it's delicious for adults to have as a snack during the day, I guess you would say, because it's so healthy. And then, of course, we see over here to the right our Juice Plus Tower Garden. And as time goes on, I think that will become even more and more valuable as people want to be in control of their food. So let's get started, and we're going to go through, and I will use the tri-pack, the fruit, vegetable, and berry, as the example in going through the marketing model. I will tell you that we're working on a version of the one that has the core four, all four, so that you can use either one. But the tri-pack is really 85% of our sales. So just using that as an example gives you a good overview, I think, of how the pay plan works, how the compensation plan works. You heard Carol say, and so beautifully so, that, we don't work for the Juice Plus company, we work from them. We're all we are in business. And the beauty of this contract with our company is there are no obligations, there are no requirements, only privileges. For $52 a year, you have the privilege to get your own product at a discount, to acquire customers and therefore retail profit, to develop team as you invite people to partner with you and receive commissions and bonuses there. So that's a yearly fee. I look at it as more or less my bookkeeping fee because they keep up with everything. They track everything. They make sure that you're paid properly every month. And in my 33 years, we've never had a glitch in that ever. So that is very amazing in itself. Our company is actually, as you know, 50 years old this year. And so it's very well established and very, very powerfully profitable. So let's look at the Juice Plus Tri-Pack. All of our products are sold in a 4-month supply. And the reason for that is that your body is going to remake every blood cell every 4 months. And so it takes about 4 months for it to be truly integrated into the body. And it would be unfair really for people to start with any less, but you want it to be a lifestyle change. And so the encouragement, of course, is that it's part of your grocery bill, you might say. It is really what I consider a very powerful and important part of our daily diet. We have what's referred to as our preferred customer price. So if you do automatic reorder, which is really pretty much the way we work totally now, and you have the product shipped directly to your door, you're a preferred customer at this point. So you now have this tri-pack, the fruit, vegetable, and berry, a 4-month supply would be $300. But the company does something which I think is, again, underscoring that preferred customer status. And it's that they're going to charge you in increments, 4-month increments. So you pay, it's divided up into installments over a 4-month period. So it's $75. This covers all shipping. It covers taxes, everything, all inclusive. $75 is what shows up on the credit card. So if we look at just the sales profit, if you as a new partner with our company market that tri-pack, you're going to get a 10% sales profit. And so you will see a $30 profit, excuse me, immediately. And that happens, of course, you are a partner as soon as you sign that $52 contract. You are a partner with our company and you're entitled to that 10% sales profit immediately. Now, even though they charge in installments, they're going to do this over, you're going to get the full $30 up front. They don't portion that out into 4 months. You get the full amount right away. So the first thing we're going to talk about is sales profit. As you see here, there are 4 positions, and those 4 positions are the basic foundational positions of our compensation plan. We're going to talk about those. The goal, of course, is to move through and to do that as quickly as possible. So if we go to the next position, it would be Partner Plus. Here you're going to get a raise. It's a permanent raise. It's 5%. And so now as a Partner Plus, if you were to market the tri-pack, you're going to receive $45. How do you become a Partner Plus? Basically 4 orders, if you were using the tri-pack as the example, it would be 3 if it's the 4-pack, or, the quad, which would be all 4. But it's really not the number of orders, it's the volume amount. So $1,000 in orders, excuse me, needs to take place to achieve this position. So $45 would be the return once you are a Partner Plus. Of course, we want to move along in a fast fashion. The next position would be a qualifying sales coordinator. We are now calling that QSC. Here you're going to have another permanent raise, 10%. Now will be the return. So the QSC marketing the tri-pack would receive a $60 return. Here, you're going to have a requirement of 14 orders. Again, the tri-pack is the example. It might be a mixture of other orders. As I said, it's not the orders that's the requirement, it is the volume amount. So now you need to accumulate $4,000 in production. There are 2 important points here to note. One is that all positions are permanent. So once you reach a position, you can never lose it or fall back or have to requalify. Also, all orders are cumulative. This is huge. This separates us from many companies who, have requirements on a monthly basis. All orders are cumulative. So if you already have $1,000 in the bank, so to speak, with your production to reach Partner Plus, you don't need an additional 4,000, you just need an additional 3,000. So instead of 14 orders, it would be an additional 10. So again, this is really partner, I guess you would say friendly, distributor friendly, because the goal is to help you grow consistently and to do that in a cumulative fashion. We look at the next position, and this is the top commission position, sales coordinator, referred to often as an SC. This really should be your first goal, and that of your new team members. The others are steps along the way, because here you're going to receive the largest return. We all do the same thing. We share the story. We give people the option of the product to increase health and support their health. And we give them the option to create a business, whether, as you heard Carol say, it could be very part-time or grow into a full-time career, whatever your choice. But those 2 things are the options. So we're doing the same thing. We're sharing the story. We're giving people the options. Why not be at top position as quickly as possible from a commission standpoint to take full advantage of all return for the product? So as a sales coordinator, if you were to market the tri-pack, you're going to have a 15% return. And so now you make $75 when that tri-pack is sold. How do you reach sales coordinator? Well, this is one of the things that was tweaked to really encourage the ease to grow into that position. So it's a $10,000 cumulative requirement. So accumulating 10,000 in production. We see a lot of people do that in 3 months or less. You have 6 months, but you would want to move in a manner in which you would like to see those on your team move or grow. So it's important, I feel, to really stress that you are the model. People are going to become part of your team. They're going to love being part of the mission, because we couldn't be more timely than we are right now. So you want to create models that will really lift the whole organization as they realize the possibilities that are there, and growing into this position in a 3-4 month period. Some people do it less, some take a little longer, but you would want to do that as quickly as possible. So here it's 34 orders if we're looking at the tri-pack. So let's go forward, and we're going to now look at the next form of income would be commissions. And so we're going to look at you as a sales coordinator right now. And as a sales coordinator, what would the additional commissions look like? Our company has something that I've always been very impressed with. As a person grows up through the process, there are people helping him do it, of course, the upline support, the people who encourage the team, everybody's working to help that happen. So as a sales coordinator, the company's going to reward you and encourage team development by paying you the difference between your new team member and your position. So let's look at this. If you're a sales coordinator and you have a new partner, your partner is going to make $30 when they reach that, when they sell the tri-pack, but the company pays out the full amount on the box. So here you're going to have a $45 difference that would go to you as the sales coordinator. You grow that person to partner plus, they make their $45, you make the difference, which is 30. If you grow them to a qualifying sales coordinator, they make 60, you make 15. The goal is to grow them to sales coordinator as quickly as possible, but you might ask me, well, why would I do that? We're going to be in the very same position. For a lot of good reasons, all the way through this plan. But the first, and certainly one that is very profitable, is that you're going to have what's called a promote out or promote up bonus. And here, for every sales coordinator that you grow up, you're going to have an additional 3% on their business, whatever they do as a sales coordinator, and all of their partners, partner plus, and qualifying sales coordinators. So I'll look at it as the new team that sales coordinator is growing up. It's like the kids that are growing up in the family, okay? And that pool can be huge, and there's an additional 3% that goes to you if you have a sales coordinator that you have promoted out or helped to grow up. So this can become quite significant. This brings us really to the third form of income, and I always use both of these in that third form because one is called performance bonus and one promote out bonus, the one I've just mentioned, and we're going to talk a little bit now about both of those and how they work. If we look at performance bonus, this is going to, let's see what happened here. This is going to start when you become a qualifying sales coordinator, that 3%. So performance bonus at 3% begins once you become a QSC. Now, here you are, you're the top dot, and this plan encourages, and I encourage you to have as wide a frontline team as you possibly can. We can grow into infinity frontline. Many companies limit you to how many frontline people you can sponsor. We do not. So you're going to leverage your future income with the width that you establish over time. So here I've drawn out 10. There's, really because of the size of the page, but you would want as many as possible. So let's work with 10. Let's say that you have 10 frontline team members. Your goal, of course, as I said, is going to be to grow them to sales coordinator as soon as possible. But forever after, you will receive a performance bonus. That's that 3% in kind of light blue here. You'll receive 3% there for the production that happens on that front line. Now, what happens is really exciting is those people are going to see that you've gone very wide. It's a duplicating business. And so they're going to also grow that width. You'll receive 3% on the first generation, the second generation, the third generation, and the fourth generation. So 4 generations deep at 3%. Now remember, we mentioned promote out bonus. That promote out bonus is an additional 3%, as I said, on your sales coordinators and all of their up and growing team, their partners, Partner Plus, and QSCs. So I made a few of those just a little different color. We're going to look at those as your sales coordinators, but you want eventually for as many people on that front line to be sales coordinators as possible, because now this becomes an additional 3% to you. So here the front line with, if they become sales coordinators, they become 6%ers to you for themselves, as well as all of their new team members growing up to sales coordinator. So this can be a serious income return as well. But your performance bonus is going to be 3%, basically 4 generations deep. And that is going to be the bulk of your income over time. As you see, we have now 4 positions above, which have shown up. Those are top leadership positions. And those positions really, are sales coordinators with titles and benefits, but amazing benefits. So our 4th form of income is our benefit program. And here you're going to see that begin. You see $500 a month under QSSC. That money is on and above anything else that your business creates. That's really referred to, when I started, it was referred to as expense money or expense allowance. And we had to actually fill out receipts and fill out reports of where the expenses were in our business and turn in receipts. Today, they don't do that. They refer to this as a business investment bonus, and we call it our BIB money. So it's really the company saying to you that if you go to the work to put together a business of this magnitude as you grow into QSSC, they're going to give you additional monies to help support that business. So that's on and above all of the 3%, the commissions, the performance bonus, and the promote out bonus. Of course, you want to now grow up through these positions. As we grow to the SSC or Senior Sales Coordinator position, the BIB money or additional extra money for expenses becomes $750 a month, again, on and above anything your business creates. We go to Qualifying National Marketing Director, and now $1,000 a month, up to $1,000 a month, on and above anything your business creates. But there's something else that really gets exciting about this position. If you look at this, we see the 5th level come in. So you see all these little purple dots that have shown up. Now an additional 3% there. So if you can really be aware that if you're very wide at the very top, the people you have sponsored, the people who are part of your personal team, then that leverages your ability to earn and to really take advantage of the potential of this pay plan. Because as you get down into that 3rd, 4th, and 5th generation, those numbers really with exponential growth can be huge. So a very, very important part of your growth. Now, the National Marketing Director position is a benefit of up to $3,000 a month in expense money. Again, that's on and above anything your business creates. And you have huge benefits that go along with this. Life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance, college tuition. Again, this is $1,850 a year for a child in college, for a national marketing director, and anything that helps send your children to college. But I don't know many companies that help you do that today because of the huge student debt that so many people carry. This money's a national marketing director can apply to student debt. Holiday bonus, we see every one of the leadership positions get a bonus at Christmas. And so from QSSC all the way up, they're going to receive bonuses. National marketing directors always have at least $1,000 at Christmas. It then goes to $500 for the Q, $250, and I think $100, but each one receive a Christmas bonus in top positions. So the company is very caring, and it all comes from our president, Jay Martin, that they really do embody that idea of, if Jay's philosophy, if his people in the field, if his partners, if those team members do well, that his company will always prosper. And that has certainly been what I've seen them live by and what has been really advantageous, I think, for everyone involved. Now we have a fifth form of income. It's referred to as the team building title bonuses. And here we see each position on and above all the monies that are created in those positions, we see them receive title bonuses. This is important because there are a lot of things that go into really helping that team grow in an expedient fashion. It's easier really to go fast and slow. I've heard this from my sponsor, Jeff Roberti, so many times that if you can get that energy going right away with as many people wide as possible, there's not only going to be excitement and fun, there's going to be an energy that carries it, that really stabilizes it. So let's look at going from partner to partner plus. Remember, that's 4 orders using the tri-pack as an example. If you do that in a month's time, you get a $50 bonus. If you do it in a 10-day period, that's a $100 bonus. If we go to qualifying sales coordinator, if you do that in 2 months, you get a $300 bonus. But if you do it in 1 month, it becomes a $400 bonus. So these bonuses are on and above anything that your business creates. And it's very exciting because we've seen people go to qualifying sales coordinator in, say, a month's time. They pick up not only the commissions from Partner Plus and QSC, but with the bonuses, they can earn right at $1,000 in that first month's time. So it can be a good, serious start. Now, the beauty in QSC is there's going to be matching sponsor bonus. So again, an incentive to help that person move quickly, to move through that first month, to go into that position. And remember, for the tri-pack, that's 14 orders. It can be your order, your customers' orders. You might have team members. Those team members sponsor directly to you. It can be their orders. So those sponsor bonuses are very exciting because you can keep sponsoring. And of course, as you do, you repeat the bonuses. We go to sales coordinator. If that happens over a 6-month period, there's a $600 bonus for both the sponsor and the new sales coordinator. But if it happens in a 3-month period, it's a $700 bonus for both the sponsor and the sales coordinator. So you would want to move quickly with that. If we look at the top positions, those bonuses go to and if you have background noise, if you'll please mute yourself. The top positions, $1,000 for QSSC. Once you reach that position, again, title bonuses for growing into those positions. $2,500 for the SSC, $5,000 for the QNMD, and $10,000 bonus for the National Marketing Director. These are huge. As I grew my business, there were no such things as bonuses, okay? And yet we still did really well. So this is such an exciting plus. Our company president began the bonus program the year of the recession in 2007. And it was to really be able to help people lift as they grew into their positions with enough income to really make a difference, because the country was really suffering economically. Today, we find ourselves in a position where we are, again, many people suffering economically. And so this can be a really win-win. Of course, the National Marketing Director position comes with all of the benefits that you see listed here as well. So as we move on, we see the NMD expansion potential. National Marketing Director is the top position. But here, the potential can grow as you grow and develop. Now, the IMD position is an International Marketing Director. Here, you need to have, it's really 6 frontline, but at least 3 have to be sales coordinators and 2 have to be QSSCs. So now your structure and your width, so width is really important, that you move with would be really important. So now we're going to go, and this is a $15,000 bonus. Here, you would want to grow to the point where you're producing with your whole organization, 96,000 a month in production, and over a 3-month period, 384. And you'll see as this width of your team comes together and they grow into position, those are just natural amounts to happen as the positions reflect that. We see the next position, the EMD at 20,000 in production. Here again, it's going to be 6 across, but at least 3 have to be sales coordinators, 2 QSSCs. Again, the same structure, but now the volume amount increases. So about 144,000 a month, 3-month period, 576. But realize that as your team grows and gets bigger, this is everyone's production together. So very realistic. We then go to 25,000 a month in with presidential marketing director. Here again, it's going to be now 7 across, and we'll have to draw that out probably a little more clearly. But you have to have 3 QSSCs now and at least 2 sales coordinators. 192 a month, 768 in a 3-month period accumulated. And so here again, the size of the organization, there's a lot of people together doing this. So if you've got a structure that's got that strength, that will be almost automatic as far as production. The top position is a PMD plus, and here this is again 7 across, 3 at QSSC, 2 at SC, and at this point you've reached the production of 400,000 a month in production. So a $30,000 bonus, again, if the structure is in place, and it's another reason to go very wide, the volume will happen. I kind of drew up a little, let's see, oh, this page too is very exciting, is that if you look at the top total title rewards, it's 109,450. So just title rewards can be quite a boon as you grow up a business that's going to certainly pay you exceptionally well. I've drawn up a little thing here showing how to go to sales coordinator. The 4-pack, if a person starts with at least the core 4 and has 2 customers who do at least the tri-pack, they're going to be a partner plus right away. If you have at least 5 people who do this, and remember you want 5 to 7 to 10 to 15 across, but at least 5 who do just that, they become partner plus, but now you become a qualifying sales coordinator or QSC. So there's a bonus that goes along with that as well. If at least 3 of those people repeat that, you're now a sales coordinator. So you have 3 QSCs. The basic bonuses would be 300 for each, 300, 600 for you as a sales coordinator. You can really up that money by having it move faster, as I said. So that brings you at least 1,850 in bonus plus commissions. Today with the commissions and the bonuses, it's anywhere from 4,500 to 5,500 in that sales coordinator position. If done in 3 months, that's significant money as you begin and start a business. I kind of put together here what exponential growth looks like so that we can see this and how it works. If we look at going into sales coordinator, they ask you to have at least 3 team members. And many times people will limit their business and their future with just 3. If you had 3, and this is a matrix of 3, the first one over to the left. If you had 3 who had 3 who had 3, by the time you got 5 generations, you'd have 363 team members, which would not be bad, but it would be limiting as far as your future. If you just increased it by 2, and you had 5 who then turned around and had 5, who had 5, who had 5, you're at nearly 4,000 team members. So the exponential growth of numbers is huge. You're going to need at least 5 people who grow to sales coordinator to grow into national marketing director. So to get 5 who are really productive, You may need many more on the front line. But let's just look at a matrix of 5, what that would bring. If you had 5 people who had, and we see this statistically, is that if we look throughout our organizations or the company goes to the computer, a person with their own personal order and 10 customers is about the average. Many times we'll see people with many more customers, sometimes less, 5 or 6, but you're going to look at an average in your organization of about 10 with their own orders. So if you had 5 people with their own order and 10 customers, and you're looking at just the 3% for performance bonus, that would bring you $123. If you look at those second generation with 25 people at 3% with 10 customers, it's 618. But look at what happens to the third generation and the fourth and the fifth, because that's where the numbers really begin to be huge as the exponential growth happens. So this is a perfect world we're talking about. Everybody has 10. If that were the case, just the monthly income would be over $96,000 a month. But it's not a perfect world. And even though there are people who earn this, let's just say that only half of the people who become part of the team have 10 customers. In a matrix like this, 5 by 5, you're still looking at over $48,000 a month. And what if it's a really laid back group and only 1/4 of the people have 10 customers? It's still over $24,000 a month. And we see many national marketing directors fall into this position very readily. But we do see many people who grow up into that 48,000 and above. It's very realistic for a consistent, strong business. Now, as we shared going through this, that as you grow up into the top positions of national marketing director, they're going to ask for 6 wide or 7 wide across. So if your goal is to be as wide as possible, and you have at least 7 who are strong, who find 7, who find 7, who find 7, you're looking now at nearly 20,000 team members. Again, this is in a perfect world, but just think what it would be, even in one that's normal, which is about 1/4 to 1/2 of those people having 10 customers. You're looking at huge income return. You could do the math on that. So this really is more or less an overview of the pay plan. We're back to the beginning, okay? And I think I've gone about 5 or 8 minutes past time, but just wanted to go over it with everyone. I want us to go back. Next week, we'll go over why qualify and when to qualify. If we were going to just do a really highlight on that right quick right now, the ultimate goal as you grow up through this positions and that first basic positions, because you want to grow to sales coordinator as soon as possible. There are bonuses now that go along with the first time you qualify, which means you have at least 1,800 in production between you and your new team or your team. You've got 1,800 in your orders, your customers' orders, your partners, and your partner plus. So that equals a qualified business for a preferred for the 3%. So you would really want that to happen as soon as you become a qualifying SC, because this is where you start being able to pick up that 3%. Now you're going to get a bonus if you can do that 3 months in a row, $50 the first month, bonus 50. And remember, that's added to all the other bonuses, 50 the second and 100 the third. So it would make sense to pick up the bonuses and add them to the ones that you're already getting. But what really makes sense is that you become a model for everybody to follow. And really, qualification is what is the name of the game. It means you're really in business, and it's that business mindset is to become qualified and teach qualification as soon as possible. So we'll go into that in depth next time, but hopefully this gives everybody an overview. If we back this back down, I mean, I always like to think of partner to PMD plus, okay, over time. But if we're looking at what do you want your functioning to look like on a daily basis? Is that you're acquiring new team members, you're helping them grow to QSC as first step within that first month, sales coordinator in the first 3 months. You have more time than that to do it, but if you can really do that, you're going to capitalize on the biggest bonuses, and you're also going to build a very strong team and qualifying their business as soon as possible. So width is huge. That's very important in your thinking as you put your business together. And then, of course, if you're helping those people grow up properly, the depth will automatically happen as well. So that's our story for tonight. Okay. And hopefully this has been helpful to you all, and we'll continue to go over this over time, and so it become more and more clear. Okay, everyone. So we'll go back to stop screen, and here we are. So I would ask for questions, but we've run a little past time now, and we'll continue to do this with questions as the weeks go by. Okay, Carol, back to you, and thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. That was awesome. Thank you, Cheryl.
Good night, folks.
Thank you so much. It was great.
Oh, good.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Carol. Thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks so much, Cheryl. Thank you, Carol.
Bye.
Thank you.
Great.
It was wonderful.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.